Cleaning is a valuable investment in productivity, in protecting public health, in your people, in your planet, in your profits. As cleaning professionals, we are responsible for the care and maintenance of millions of dollars worth of physical property. Clean buildings result in healthier, safer environments by protecting against illness, increasing productivity, and ultimately increasing occupant satisfaction. A clean building also is a big step toward protecting facility assets and creating sound environmental stewardship. This video is dedicated to helping better understand the theory and practice of safety in the workplace for custodial professionals, while focusing on specific techniques that help ensure, while performing your duties, they are done both safely and effectively. Your safety and the safety of those around you is a top priority. Performing custodial procedures requires professional skill and knowledge. It is imperative that you and your employer have a plan in place that utilizes safe practices to ensure that everyone is safe while cleaning procedures are being performed. Safety for yourself and those around you is where it all begins. Custodians and all others who work in the cleaning industry need a safe and healthy workplace. A safe workplace begins with everyone on the team clearly understanding the safe practices while performing their maintenance tasks. It is important that open and clear communication between everyone on the team be in place to communicate and promote safety in everything that you do every day. If an accident occurs, it should be reported and documented immediately. Training on the use of cleaning products, tools, and equipment should be provided to every custodian to ensure safe and effective use. You must be wearing the proper attire and personal protective equipment, also known as PPEs. Proper clothing will cover and protect the skin and should not be loose or baggy. If you will be working in an environment where liquids are on the floor, you should wear footwear that is designed to provide safety and stability at all times. Wear the proper gloves for the type of cleaning task that you will be performing. Gloves are also available for use with strong chemicals, so check with your janitorial supply professional for recommendations. If you will be working with cleaning products that have a strong odor, or you are sensitive to breathing these types of products, use a filtration mask that will make working with these products manageable. Bloodborne pathogen cleanup. The purpose of bloodborne pathogen training is to arm you with the information you need to protect yourself against exposure to these harmful microorganisms and to know what to do in the event that exposure occurs. Materials and tools required. A durable container to store the cleanup supplies. Several labeled biohazard bags. Disinfectant solution. Quat or properly prepared bleach solution or other commercial chlorine or iodine-based disinfectant. Inert absorbing material, diatomaceous earth, hydride, kitty litter, absorbent pads, paper towels. A small dustpan and hand brush or tongs. Personal protective equipment, including several pairs of latex gloves, goggles, face shield, face masks, coveralls, and paper boots. A heavy cardboard box for collection purposes. Antiseptic wipes. There are bloodborne pathogen kits available, and these are the perfect solution to ensure that you have what you need when you need it. These kits are designed to provide you with everything that you need to safely and properly dispose of bodily fluid spills. The first step is to use personal protective equipment, including gloves, eye protection, shoe protectors, face mask for protection against accidental inhalation of any airborne particles. The kit will also have powder-like crystals that apply to the biomass to cause it to gel for easier control and collection. Once it is applied, it will immediately activate and create a gel that can be swept up into a collection tool and then disposed of into a hazardous material disposal bag. These bags are usually red in color and marked as biohazard on the outside. The final step should be to disinfect the entire area with either a disinfectant wipe, which is supplied in the kit, or with disinfectant spray. Remember, every disposable item used during the process must be disposed of in the red hazardous material bag. All of the tools used must be properly disinfected and washed thoroughly. There are also absorbent pads available that can be placed over the affected area, which will absorb the liquids from the area, making the cleanup safe and fast. Once again, disinfecting the area once the removal has been completed is critically important. Ask your janitorial supply professional for more information. There's danger in the workplace that's not visible to the naked eye, yet it could change your life forever if you are exposed to it. For example, the hepatitis B virus can live up to 7 days in dried blood. These pathogens can cause devastating diseases like hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV, diseases that can make you very sick and even be lethal. There are many places that bloodborne pathogens can live. Bloodborne pathogens can live in saliva, sweat, tears, vomit containing blood, blood itself, semen, and vaginal fluids, some of which happen without you even knowing it. By coming in contact with these fluids, you can become infected in several ways. Helping a coworker or a student that has experienced an injury, or something as simple as a bloody nose or cut finger, or during the cleanup procedure, where you did the procedure perfectly using the bloodborne pathogen cleanup procedures. You rubbed your eye and the pathogen came in contact with a cut you had on your hand. You simply can't predict whether people carry a bloodborne pathogen by the way they look or behave. Anyone can be a carrier, and they may not even know it. You should treat every situation as though the person is a bloodborne pathogen carrier, no matter how well you know them, no matter how remotely the person fits the idea you have of someone that may be infected. You might not think that you have enough time to contact anyone before you act. But if your company or organization has designated first responders, they're the ones with the training and equipment to help. And if the incident is serious, you want them there as fast as possible. Universal precautions. Treat all blood and other potentially infectious material as contaminated. Use proper personal protective equipment. Make sure that gloves are 100% intact, as they break down with age. Be sure to never reuse gloves. Always wash your hands thoroughly after removing gloves. Discard all bloodborne pathogen and cleanup materials in a properly labeled biohazard trash bag or container. Follow protective work practices. Avoid picking up broken glass, metal shavings, or other sharps by hand. Use a broom and dustpan instead. Don't bend or break used blades. Don't recap needles. Dispose of blades or sharp items in puncture-resistant containers. Dispose of large objects in a barrel or other strong receptacle. Always wear heavy-duty gloves when working with sharp objects. Biohazard logo. How to clean and decontaminate an area. Tape off the area so other employees or guests know to avoid it. Prepare for cleanup the same way you would for helping an injured person. Put on gloves and, as needed, a face mask, goggles, and perhaps a gown. Don't mop up blood, or OPIM, or attempt to wipe it up if at all possible. Only people that are properly trained in bloodborne pathogen hazards should be allowed into the area to be cleaned and decontaminated as soon as possible. You'll risk splashing and spreading it around. Instead, first use an absorbent. Then collect the material with a broom and dustpan and deposit it in a designated biohazard bag or receptacle. Once the blood or OPIM is removed, decontaminate the area using an EPA-registered disinfectant capable of destroying bloodborne pathogens or a fresh solution of bleach. Remember, after applying the solution, it is recommended that the disinfecting solution rest for a minimum of 10 minutes to be 100% effective before it should be wiped up. It is critical that all tools or equipment used to handle the hazard cleanup be decontaminated as well. Never use a break room or bathroom sink to decontaminate hazardous items. Be sure to clean and disinfect the sink itself. With your gloves on, carefully remove and dispose of your personal protective equipment by placing them into the biohazard labeled bag or container for proper disposal. General safety and security. Every facility has unique door key control systems. Check with your supervisor for instructions on building key management. You are an important part of building security, as key control and their use is your responsibility while in your possession. Trips, slips, and falls are the #1 type of accident in a facility and cause the most injuries on the job, potentially to you and also those around you. As you are working through the building, it is important to be aware of potential hazards in your immediate workspace and also throughout the facility. Take corrective action on any potential hazards immediately. It is important to work at a good, safe, and steady pace. Running could cause a serious accident for you or those around you. If your work involves you going up and down stairs, remember to stay close to the railing and hold onto it at all times. For your safety and those around you, all sharp blades or needles should be disposed of in a container that is specifically designed to handle these types of objects. It is important that you take your planned and authorized rest breaks throughout your work shift. Your body needs time to rest and recover when performing cleaning tasks. It is important that you wash your hands thoroughly multiple times throughout the day, especially if you plan to take a break. All tools and equipment must be in good working condition at all times. Inspect all tools and equipment to be sure that they are in good working condition. Report any damaged equipment in writing to a supervisor. Equipment that could pose a potential safety hazard, such as exposed wiring, or is not in good working condition, should be tagged as broken and taken out of service. Be sure that the power cord's ground plug is present and in good working condition. Repairing a power cord with electrical tape is not a safe practice and is extremely dangerous. Organized and safe custodial closet. It is important that the custodial storage area be organized in such a way that supplies and equipment are organized in the safest manner possible. Dry goods should be stored on the upper shelves, while chemicals and other liquids stored on the lower shelves. Do not store heavy items above your waist, as lifting them off the shelf could be hazardous to your back and shoulders. Your janitorial supply professional will work with you to provide product in case sizes and weights that do not exceed maximum weight restrictions. Safe handling and use of cleaning chemicals. It is always important to wear the proper personal protective equipment, such as gloves and eye protection when using any cleaning solution. Clearly understand the cleaning solutions that you will be using. Read the safety data sheet for each cleaning chemical being used. Pay particular attention to the SDS sections number 4 through number 8, which provide you with information on first aid measures, firefighting measures, accidental release measures, handling and storage and exposure control, as well as personal protection. Not all chemicals should be treated the same when it comes to storage, handling, and protection. You should always read the cleaning solutions packaging label for proper use, as well as safety instruction. When using cleaning solutions, it is critical that the area being cleaned is well ventilated to allow for fresh air exchange. Certain cleaning solutions should not be atomized or sprayed into the air, as they can cause inhalation risks for the person using the product, as well as those around them. If you are uncertain if a product can be sprayed, ask your supervisor or your janitorial supply professional for confirmation prior to use. All cleaning solutions are required to have secondary labeling that should meet the following requirements. Color-coded to match the product that will be in the bottle. Number-coded to match the original concentrate product ID number. Icon-coded to show what the product is to be used for. Product safe use instructions should be in English, Spanish, and a third language if needed. As most cleaning chemicals will be used in a secondary container or spray bottle, these containers must be labeled properly. Proper secondary labeling for cleaning solutions is critically important and is required by law. Mixing chemicals together for any reason is unsafe. It is extremely hazardous to the person using the cleaning solution and also to those around you. Bottom line, never mix chemicals together. Accidentally mixing cleaning solutions while performing a maintenance procedure can be hazardous as well, as the chemical reaction between non-compatible chemicals can be life-threatening. Safety while working with waste and recycled materials. Never handle trash or waste material with your bare hands and avoid bending over to pick up trash if at all possible. Position yourself near the trash can with both feet evenly spaced around the trash can. Remove the trash can lid and the trash can liner using 2 hands at all times. If there is a need to push the trash inside the container down, making more room to tie off the liner, use a smaller trash can or device to do so. Never use your hands or feet to perform this task, as there may be hidden dangers such as razor blades, syringe needles, or broken glass. Test the weight of the trash before actually lifting it out of the container to be sure that you can lift it alone. If the weight is okay, Lift the trash out of the container using your knees to do the heavy lifting. If the trash bag is too heavy to lift out of the container, tip the container on its side, then pull the trash bag out of the container and tie it closed. Avoid using just one hand to lift the trash bag out of the container. Do not twist while placing the trash bag in the disposal cart. Do not drag the trash bag along the floor at any time. Do not carry the trash bag over your shoulders, as this could cause injury. When handling small desk side trash cans, remember, do not use your hands to push the trash down at any time. You could injure yourself if hidden hazards are present. Use a tool of some kind to do this for you. For smaller trash cans, it is helpful to pull the trash can up to a height level where you do not need to bend over. Always use your legs and avoid bending over to bring the trash can up to a safe level. Cleaning up broken glass. It is always important to ensure that those around you are aware of the hazard and are warned to stay away until the hazard is removed and it is safe. Always use puncture-proof gloves when working with objects that have sharp cutting edges. Remove large broken pieces of glass first. Avoid wiping the surface with your hands, even with the proper gloves on. Care should be taken to sweep the glass using a counter-type brush or a broom with dustpan, sweeping the material into the pan for proper disposal. As small pieces of glass may have traveled outside of the drop area, it is always good practice to sweep the entire surrounding area around the impact area by a minimum of 12 feet. Safety in cleaning high-level surfaces. Dust and debris can collect in high places and needs to be cleaned on a scheduled basis. Above-ground cleaning is critical to a facility's overall appearance and cleanliness. When possible, use cleaning tools that have been specifically designed to be used from a position on the floor and not requiring a person to be on a ladder or mechanical lift device. It is important to make sure that everyone in and around the area to be cleaned is made aware that overhead cleaning is taking place. If the cleaning procedure requires you to do wet cleaning above your waist level, there are tools available that do this task quickly, effectively, and safely. Never spray cleaning solution on a wall directly. Always apply cleaning solution to a towel or wall cleaning mop, and then begin work on the wall surface to be cleaned, working from the top of the wall down to the floor. When finished, be sure to mop up any cleaning solution that may have dripped on the floor during the cleaning process, as this could create a potential slip hazard. You should never climb on chairs or on countertops. If a ladder must be used, it is important that the ladder be tall enough to allow the person using it to be at least one step from the top while doing work. It is always a good safety practice to have an additional person present to ensure that the ladder remains in place while being used, and they can assist the person on the ladder while any tasks are being performed. Never stand on the very top of a ladder at any time. Proper lifting technique. Improper lifting technique can lead to back, leg, and arm pain. Poor technique can cause both acute injury and serious chronic effects. Learning the right way to lift will help you avoid these problems. Plan ahead before lifting. Having a clean area around you, knowing what you're going to be lifting and where you want to lift it to, will prevent you from making awkward movements while holding and moving something heavy. Feet shoulder width apart. A solid base of support is important while lifting. Holding your feet too close together will be unstable. Too far apart will hinder movement. Keep the feet about shoulder width apart and take short steps. Lift heavy objects close to your body. Bend your knees and keep your back straight. Practice the lifting motion before you lift the object, and think about the motion before you lift. Focus on keeping your spine straight. Raise and lower to the ground by bending your knees. Lift with your legs. Your legs are many times stronger than your back muscles. Let your strength work in your favor. Keeping your eyes focused upwards helps to keep your back straight. If you're straining, get help. Wear a belt or back support if necessary or required. Never bend your back to pick up something. Hold the object close to your body. Don't twist or bend. Keep your eyes up. Lifting and moving of large objects and equipment is a part of the job. Whether the maintenance procedure requires furniture to be moved in a room prior to cleaning, or a piece of cleaning equipment needs to be transported to the job site. In every procedure, using proper lifting techniques will help protect you. Safe mop bucket filling and dumping technique. Safe floor mopping technique. When filling and dumping mop buckets or large solution containers, it is important to use safe lifting techniques at all times. It is always important to ensure that those around you are aware of a potential hazard and are warned to stay away until the hazard is cleared away. Adequate ventilation is key. If possible, dry the floor area as quickly as possible by opening doors and windows or by placing an air dryer on the area until dry. Minimize the twisting rotation of your body at the waist while keeping the mop head close to your feet. Do not reach out beyond your natural reach length while making sure that your back is always in the upright and straight position. When using the mop bucket, do not bend over while depressing the wringer if possible. It is important to keep your arms straight along with your back. Bend at the knees to add more pressure if needed. Safe operation of tools and equipment. Never try and unplug the cord by yanking on the cord, as this can damage the plug and be dangerous. If you must leave a work area for a moment, always unplug the power cord from the outlet. Move the piece of equipment to a location that is safe and out of the way, and place the cord with the machine so that it cannot be accidentally turned on in your absence. If you are working with a machine that has a key to turn power on and off, take the key with you when it is not in use. While vacuuming, much like with mopping, you should keep your back straight and avoid reaching beyond your ability to do so without bending. Vacuum selection is a very important decision and should include tools with the ability to accomplish all of the various vacuuming tasks, both safely and effectively, which minimizes bending over. The floor machine, also known as a buffer, can be one of the most dangerous machines used by maintenance professionals. This high-torque piece of equipment can cause serious injury along with causing damage to property if not used properly. As with all maintenance equipment, it is important that you keep your feet firmly positioned at shoulder width and your back straight. The floor machine should be kept close to your body at all times, which is safer, but also will take the weight of the machine away from your shoulders and put it at your hip and legs. The floor machine requires hands-on training with a person that has the skills necessary to instruct the operator in the safe and proper use of this important cleaning tool. Safety is job number one and is everyone's responsibility. Practice the tips and instruction provided within this training video for a safe work environment. ISSA, Advancing Clean, Driving Innovation.